Welcome back. We're going to be taking a look at an incident that occurred at the Daytona Beach Shores Police Department. The police department is headed by Director Michael Fowler. He's a longtime police officer that rose up the ranks and now became essentially their chief. In all the years that I've been an activist, this is one of the biggest cover-ups I have ever seen in my entire time doing this. I do, however, still believe that there are officers out there that are still trying to do good. They uphold the law and they honor their oath and uphold the Constitution. Police officers who wished to remain anonymous came forward to me and provided information about this incident. If it wasn't for them, nothing would have been done. Nothing would have been known. And even though they did, it seemingly doesn't appear that anything was done. So after getting a tip that 2 officers were disciplining their child, and on one instance, one of the officers handcuffed the child, and then placing him in a jail cell, I decided to go to the Shores Police Department to try and gather information. And right off the bat, there's a roadblock. This is one of the records supervisors or custodians, and take a listen.
Yes, I was going to see if I could find out information about a public records request that was done. I am getting some information that 2 police officers with your agency here locked a child into a jail cell. And I wanted to find out who requested that information for the body or for the footage.
Who requested it?
Yeah.
We don't know who it was. It was just kind of a random email.
Yeah, I want to get the copy of the email whenever it's available.
Okay. Let me, I have to check on this. This whole big situation there.
This is a big situation?
Kind of.
Yeah. Do you have a PIO that can speak to me about that?
We did. I think she left last week.
Who was the PIO?
Cindy Lane.
Cindy Lane, okay, all right.
Okay. Let me, hold on. Okay. Just have a seat.
I'll be out here, thank you.
In the headlines, there are other instances where or locked in bathrooms or closets. The teachers were arrested.
And I have to send you to the city clerk for a request like that.
Are you guys not a public records custodian?
But requests for reports, they go through the city clerk.
I'm doing it here in person with you right now.
It has to go through the city clerk.
You've received my request, is that right? I can give you my email address. Don't scoff at me.
I'm sending. Why do you keep repeating that?
Because I'm a citizen and I'm bound by the laws under Florida Statute 119 that says if you receive it, you have to accept it. I don't have to do a wild.
I would fill it after I was notified from the city clerk.
The city clerk told you that? Where's the city clerk at?
She's at City Hall.
Well, like I said, this is where it starts. She sends me on a wild goose chase over to the city hall when she routinely accepts records. But maybe because of the sensitivity of this, they're going to have just the clerk take care of it. But as soon as I leave here, I immediately go to City Hall. And guess what? The clerk's not there.
So that you can fulfill it and you can send it to her if you'd like to. That's more than welcome. I mean, I don't need to go down to every place. Do you guys have a custodian of record here?
Custodians.
A designee?
And I'm the records clerk.
So you're a designee to the clerk?
Yeah.
Okay, then you should be able to take this.
I was told to send you to the city clerk.
It's under state statute. All right, so my email is James Madison Audits, AUDITS, at gmail.com.
Okay.
And do you have a spokesperson here that would want to comment on what's going on with this?
It would probably be the director, but he's not here right now.
And that's, what's his name? He's new, right?
Yeah, Michael Fowler.
Fowler, that's it. And let me ask you, I guess there's an IA going on. That's why you said this is a big deal. I would hope. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What is up, everybody? We're here at Daytona Beach City Hall, Daytona Beach Shores City Hall. They wanted me to come in here to the clerk's office, apparently. Oh, excuse me.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Oh, man, not much. I heard you're in a meeting, but hey, I just got a tip or something like that. I don't know if you want to make a comment on it, about 2 police officers that were put their kid in a jail cell.
Yep, I got no comment now, but
Is an
you
IA?
go upstairs and get that.
Is there an IA active?
Well, I couldn't comment if there was.
You can. The state statute allows you. The details of the IA. There's not one? Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, you heard it there first. There wasn't an IA. This incident occurred sometime at the beginning of October, right around the 5th and 6th. An internal affairs investigation is generally done immediately after learning that there's some violation. According to the clerk that we previously spoke with, she said this was kind of a big deal. Just shortly after that, Director Fowler issued memos to both of the subjects involved, indicating them that they were under investigation. And the policy violation was for 5.15, and it states, employees shall not commit any act or crime defined by state or federal law as a felony, whether chargeable or not. Since the department won't release anything, we don't know what crime they're alleging they committed.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I got to try and get up to the clerk's office, do a records request.
I'm sorry, you're trying to get where?
City clerk's office at 3rd floor.
She may be at lunch.
They just told me to come over here just a second
I'm
ago.
sorry?
They just told me to come over here from the police department a minute ago.
Okay. That is her office phone number and email.
All right,
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Then either contact her and leave a message, or you can send her an email.
Yeah, they told me to come over here because she told the police department that I need to come over here to do the records request, so.
Okay, I apologize. I don't know why she's not in her office.
Is there anybody in there that could take the request?
She's the one who handles it. She's the city clerk.
Makes sense. All right, I appreciate it.
So on another day, I decided to head to the police department to get further information.
That the PIO that is handling all this and that you need to contact her. This is her information, Nancy Maddox. So he's unable to come down and talk to you, but he said that he can't talk to you anyway. She's got to talk to you.
Where's Nancy Maddox at?
She's over at the community center.
At the community center? All right, so she's the PIO for the PD?
Our public information officer. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, all right.
I'll check over there. Thank you, and I'll call her. I appreciate it.
And naturally, I head over to this location over here, and I'm met with more roadblocks and
They
lies.
said Miss Maddox was over in this building over here.
She's not here right now. She left for a meeting.
All right.
Is there a message I can take?
No, I'll hang out here until she's back sometimes.
Oh, well, she won't be back for, I know, till about 2.
Cool, it's air conditioned. I'll hang out over here. I'll be over here.
Okay.
I appreciate it. You know what meeting she's at?
No, I don't.
Can I do a request for you to see her calendar?
I don't have her calendar.
Who does? Do you know?
Sherry
Schwab?
Schwab would
Okay.
have all public documents.
Do you know what time she left or when she left?
She left at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. All right, sounds good. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And I think you're probably saying the same thing. This is a big runaround, right? And you heard that background noise right. She did not want me going up these elevators. This is a community center, and upstairs is the public information office. Now, this request to her was done in March, 5 months after the initial request.
PIO for the incident with Long in Schronbrod. I just didn't know if you had any information for that.
I don't yet.
Okay.
So any information you might need right now, you need to go to the city clerk.
Okay.
with
And then
public records.
you were with her that day that I was out at the restaurant, right? I think I saw you there, you and her together in Dayton Beach, on Beach Street.
Maybe.
Maybe. It was lunch. I don't know. It was just a coincidence.
been.
Okay, I just
Sure.
didn't know. From the lady down in front said you were in a meeting at this point in
I
time.
just got out.
Did you? What
Yeah.
kind of meeting was it?
It was a phone call meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a Zoom meeting.
She said it was going to be till 2 o'clock.
No. She had it wrong. Sorry.
There was no meeting, and the only people they called was Sergeant Frank, the city manager, and the secretary downstairs.
Those are the information that I'm trying to find out. Is I was provided $3,200 to get a copy of an IA. I've been pulling IAs for 5 years now, and I have about 400 of them. And my highest charge was like $110, and the most I've ever paid was $68. It was kind of weird.
Sherry can explain
Yeah.
the reasoning behind that. I have no idea.
Yeah, she claimed there was she claimed that there was a 40 hours to review it. She didn't know how many pages it was. She was just taking advice of the police department on that estimate, and that was that.
I'm not involved in that part.
No, I know. You're the PIO. They said you're the PIO. And I was provided a text. Let me see if I can pull it up and show it to you, from a potential source here that said that where's that? Fowler is going to try and hide this IA and by any means possible. Do you know if that's true?
I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of scary. But the prima facie evidence of a $3,200 bill is like, hey, wait a second. You know, the only other thing I was going to ask, can I have a copy of your notice for that meeting, for the Zoom meeting? May I get that?
I don't have it.
Yeah, but there would be something like a login.
Do you have a card and I'll send it to you?
Yeah, I can email you.
There was no meeting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to find out because it seems
It's
awfully.
just a phone call.
Okay. Do you remember who it was with?
Yeah, it was with Economic Development Director.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, I just figured.
Yeah.
On that, there's no information about this incident with the kids in the jail cell.
Not, I
Not
don't
that you
know.
can. I mean, you're pretty familiar. We were out with lunch with her outside the city, and
Yes.
was that was that a city paid lunch at all? Did
No.
you use a credit card? It was a personal credit card?
Yes.
Okay. I was just making sure. I just trying to get all my ducks in a row because I want to make sure I have all the straight facts. So,
Yep.
do you hang out with her outside of work? Long, Jessica Long?
I don't have to answer that.
I'm just asking. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're videoing me.
Oh, I have to.
I know.
Yeah. Well, that's
So,
it. I appreciate
it's
it.
personal.
Of course.
Okay.
It's just a question I like to ask because I want, when I'm coming to a person that's a public information officer that should be like a neutral party, it's kind of hard to have that if you're personal friends with her because you may not want to push out anything that might be detrimental to her. Okay. That's it. I appreciate it. Thanks
Work
for your
is
time.
work. It's all separate.
Oh, it's never separate, but I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Miss Maddox. Have a good day.
And you heard that correct. Over $3,200 for a copy of an IA. I did a public records request with the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, and they provided the interview where the lieutenant talks about what occurred.
Hey, sir.
How's it going?
All right.
What's going on?
All right. Yeah, we're just here to stand by for them to do their thing, and then we're
How's it going, bro?
out of here.
Mike Schoenberg. Texas Smith, man.
Devin Lofcod.
Mike Schoenberg. Hello.
Hi, Kathy with DCF.
Mike
Pleasure.
Schoenberg. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Let me open the
Yeah.
gates and back
I hear
in.
I hear puppies. I hear doggies too.
There are. Just hang on a second. I'll
Yeah,
walk
take
them
your
off.
time. No worries. Appreciate it.
And put him inside a jail cell. Had eyes on him the entire time. Never left him unaccompanied. Checked the jail cell before I even put him in there because it's nasty in there. So I want to make sure that he sat in one spot. There wasn't anything contraband left in there. Watched him the entire time.
Was he handcuffed?
Yeah, with me it was
Front or back?
front. He was crying. He was getting the response I expected from him. That he was crying and he's like, I'll never do it again. I'll poop my body. I'll never ever poop my pants. I'm like, okay. So, and then that was it. Brought him home. So mom did it the first day, but she only did it for like 3 minutes or something like that, or 5 minutes having the cell while she was around the corner. And then when I did it, it was the following day.
The following day?
Yeah, because he had done it again. So he was in there for like 13 minutes or something like that with me.
Did she also put handcuffs on him on
No.
the first day? She did not.
But the whole time he was there, he was crying, he was upset, which is the response I was wanting, wanting to know that when you don't, there's consequences of not following the rules. And he's like, just sitting there, so it's not like he was thrown in there or like the handcuffs were behind his back.
Since the request came in from myself, a local attorney, and many others, the subject of the investigation decided to get a court order to prevent this record from being released. This incident is still ongoing. We're waiting a final decision from one of the judges. Now, the problem with that is Florida state law already allows you to exempt minor information, according to the report in the News Journal, a local paper here in Daytona Beach. But records show that was 20 hours of leave taken sometime after this investigation may have been closed. Check out the links in the description. I'll see you soon.